Meanwhile, a new law in the UK will force criminals to attend their sentencing in court, with the offenders facing longer behind bars if they still refuse to sit in the dock. And this comes after the case of Lucy Letby, the neonatal nurse convicted of murdering 7 babies and also attempting to murder 6 other infants, which became the latest criminal not to attend her own sentencing. The UK government has also launched an inquiry into the case. Meanwhile, the inquiry will have legal powers to compel witnesses to give evidence as well. And this comes amid accusations from senior doctors that their concerns about the nurse, Lucy Letby, were not heeded by the hospital bosses. The Health Minister, Steve Barclay, said that the statutory public inquiry aims to give the families the answers that they need and also ensure lessons are learned. The inquiry will also now compel the hearing of evidence in public. It will look at the circumstances surrounding the murders and also other attempted by Letby. The nurse was jailed last week for the rest of her life for the killings of 5 baby boys and 2 baby girls. She committed the murders at the neonatal unit of Countess of Chester Hospital in Northern England for over 13 months. Letby injected the infants with insulin or air or force-feed them milk. And after the nurse became the latest criminal to not attend her own sentencing, the criminals in the country will now be forced to attend sentencing hearings in the court. The government has confirmed its plans to introduce the reform as well, promising to create a new power for judges to make the order. Well, the change will also allow custody officers to use reasonable force to make the offenders appear. However, the timetable for the legislation to be brought in is not yet clear. Remember, UK politicians have touted this idea before as well, with former Justice Secretary Dominic Raab outlining his intentions on this back in the month of April. For more on the story, our correspondent Alex Izat has been tracking this story very closely and has sent us this report from London. Take a listen.
The government is pushing through a new reform that will see judges having control over offenders that decide that they don't want to attend for sentencing. And we've had recently the Lucy Letby trial where she decided not to attend when she was handed down her sentence. And this has come up earlier this year as well with another case with a young child who was shot up in Liverpool, and her offender also didn't come to the court. Many people have been saying that these people are cowardly and they should definitely be facing their sentencing, and it will be up to the judges whether or not force will be able to be used when it comes down to bringing those offenders to court. And this change in law will be on a case-by-case basis, but yet it still has to go through the powers to become legislation. So it isn't going to be happening any time in a short time, but it will be eventually the case where every judge can make a decision on whether an offender stays in their cell or comes to the court when it comes to listening to their sentence. This is Alex Izat reporting from London for WION World is One.